Does that cookie on the table have your name on it? I think it does too. Go ahead and eat it. Today, I'm going to explain why you can eat that cookie without guilt. What's up, guys? It's Matt Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. On today's episode, I want to talk to you about your nutrition. There are so many people out there who say, oh man, I really shouldn't eat that cookie. I shouldn't have that brownie. That piece of cake is off limits. That dessert after a nice steak dinner out with the family or your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Oh man, that looks so good, but I shouldn't eat it. Today, I want to go over the reasons why you can, why you should, but ultimately, that final decision is up to you. So let's get into it. Basically, we all know the things that we should and should not eat. And if you're currently watching your weight, you're trying to drop body fat, get in shape, whatever the case may be, maybe you have a special occasion coming up. That's fine. If you want to limit or remove certain items from your nutrition, great, go for it. But the fact of the matter is, so many people change their diet or their nutrition, and they eliminate certain things that sometimes are tempting, but after the fact, it's in their head for hours and hours and hours. Listen, that piece of cake that you're debating if you should eat or not, that piece of cake isn't going to make you fat. Okay? That chocolate chip cookie that your spouse, your significant other, your mom, whoever made, that's not going to make you fat by eating a cookie. Now, we all have this image in our head that, oh my gosh, if I eat that, I'm just completely derailing my progress with my nutrition. I can't do it. And then you sit there and you sulk as you watch everybody else eat that cookie or that piece of cake. And you are salty. Man, you are so angry. You know, why did I let myself gain this weight? I got to lose it. Now I can't have that cookie or that cake or that piece of pie or that ice cream. Whatever the case may be, eat it. Now, I'm not telling you to go out, eat a tub of ice cream, eat the whole half gallon, just grab a spoon, open up the top and go to town, or eat a dozen donuts or a dozen cookies, or have an entire pie, or have multiple pieces of cake. But at the end of the day, that one so-called treat isn't what made you overweight in the first place. Okay? So, eating that piece isn't really going to do much in the grand scheme of things. Likewise, not eating that cookie or not having that, piece of cake or that bowl of ice cream, whatever the case may be, not having that isn't going to make you skinny. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everyone says everything in moderation, but, what really is moderation? Here's what I would recommend. That cookie, if you're only having one, and days will go by, maybe a week goes by before you actually have something that you would consider off limits, then go for it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your happiness, and if you know that, hey, I can have that cookie and I can jump right back on the wagon and stick to my nutrition moving forward, I'm not going to miss my workouts, I'm going to remain dedicated and committed to reaching my goals and seeing the progress and watching the scale, drop and my body fat get lowered and I can see changes in my body, then so be it. Why would you want to sit there and emotionally just beat yourself up because you really want something and you're feeling deprived that everyone else around you is getting it and you're not? Okay? It's not a difficult concept, and some people might be saying, Matt, why are you technically enabling these people, especially if they can't control their eating as is. That's not what I'm saying. If you literally will look at, a tray of cookies and you can't stop at one, then by all means remove yourself from that situation and don't even have one. If you have no self-discipline and you don't know when to back away and step away from the dessert table, then don't put yourself in that position in the first place. But if you can, I'm telling you it's okay to do that. With all of the clients that I personally work with, I don't like to say that they follow an if it fits your macros type of plan, but I have them watch their calories. So if at the end of the day, they're out to eat and they've planned for a certain dessert, and that's part of planning ahead. If you look and you see that they have an apple pie a la mode or something, some fancy chocolate, decadent cake or whatever the case may be. If you plan for that, by all means, work that into your numbers for the day and just, stay on top of it. Way too many people are overcomplicating the whole nutrition process as a whole. People think it's so complex and it's difficult to understand, and you have to really be on top of everything. And you know what? In today's age, with apps like MyFitnessPal, you can get all the numbers right then and there. I mean, there are so many different restaurants today that are in those types of apps that will spit out, what the macros are and the calorie count is for each item that you're consuming. Some of them even have meals. Like you can say, hey, I went to Chick-fil-A and I got a, whatever piece nugget with a cup of fruit and a medium lemonade, whatever the case may be. And it'll automatically just plug it right into your app and tell you what your meal was. So, stop worrying about, oh my gosh, I can't have this. Oh my gosh, I can't have this. I can't have that. This is, off my list, off my diet. If I do this, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to gain all this weight. You know what? That one item that you're about to eat did not, put you in the position that you're at today where you're trying to lose weight. And that's not a knock at you. It's a reality. If you're overweight, you didn't eat one specific item to put you in the position that you're in today. It's just a harsh reality. It was poor nutritional decisions over a long period of time that added on the weight. So, in the same sense, having one thing now isn't going to add to that so long as you can pull back the reins and dial it back in when you're done eating that specific item. But at the same time, not eating that item isn't going to make you thinner. Okay? So in the grand scheme of things, if you're having a cookie and it's 200 calories, again, I'm just using 200 calories as a placeholder. It could be more, it could be less. But consuming that one cookie at the end of the day isn't going to make you fat, and not having those 200 calories at the end of the day isn't going to help you lose weight in the grand scheme of things. It's going to be a progression of having a caloric deficit on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, that when you hop on that scale is going to show the difference. So I don't want to drag this out too long. I really just wanted to get that one point across because I think so many people are misinformed, or they're missing the key points of nutrition and, living life and having fun and enjoying the process. And yes, having a cheat meal or a cheat dessert or a cheat food or, a cheat item, whatever you want to call it, every now and again to keep your sanity. Listen, not everyone's going to eat chicken and broccoli and brown rice every single day of their life at every meal. No one's going to wake up every morning and have an egg white omelet with a side bowl of oatmeal with a packet of Splenda and, some raisins. It's just not going to happen. So you need to be realistic with your expectations of what's going to happen with the foods that you consume. If you're just having occasional so-called cheat foods, then so be it. The grand scheme of things, you're not really going to change your nutritional habits. It's just you're just adding something now. Maybe it's for the instant gratification of it's a sweet, it's something that you haven't had for a while. But then you know that it's time to get back to work when you're done eating that. And you put the fork down, you step away from the table, and you move forward. So that's what I really want you to take away from this. Stop depriving yourself of the little things in life that will ultimately make you happy. It's a situation where you're with your family and everyone's getting an ice cream cone. You don't have to be the odd man out. Hey, no, I'm good. I'm on a diet. No, forget that. Get the ice cream cone. And when you're done, I hope you enjoyed it, but then hop right back on your plan. It's not difficult. It's about consistency and dedication and pulling back the reins and knowing what your limits are. So that's really where I want to end this episode today. I hope you got something from it. I hope it helps you understand that you don't have to torture yourself and put yourself in a situation where you're the odd man out, where everyone else is enjoying a certain food, or they're celebrating a holiday or a birthday or a special event and they're having cake. And you say, oh, no thanks, I'm watching my weight. There's no reason to unless, you truly don't want to. But if you want that item, go for it. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you're sticking to all of your goals so far throughout this year. If you started in January and your goal was to lose weight, get in shape, I would love to hear from you. Head over to the website if you're not already on the website. Shoot me an email or on social media at Weik Fitness on pretty much anything. So whether it's Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, go ahead and drop me a line. Let me know how you're doing on your goals. If you're having a problem, go ahead and toss that in there as well. I'll see if I can help you out. And I guess my podcast was so boring. If you can hear that, that is my dog in the background snoring. I guess that means it's time to wrap it up. But I love feedback. So let me know whether it's an email or social media. If you're listening on iTunes, I hope you're a subscriber so you're always getting this in your inbox every time that I produce new content. If you're watching it on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed enough that you consider subscribing. It's free to subscribe. Tons of free content that we put out. If you're on the website, please check around. Tons of interviews and articles and blogs. Just tons of value that I hope you guys are taking advantage of. So that's all on my end. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, an amazing weekend, and I hope to catch you on the next episode.